Now, all right, okay, guys. Now I've just set up the VSS, the vehicle speed sensor on my 98 Eclipse. I just took it off. Um, I set it up to check the speed sensor right now, actually. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys see what I did over here. Is I took off the battery. You see, the car battery, and basically I just take off my battery to get down to the VSS, the speed sensor. I don't know if you guys can see it really, because it's all the way down there. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think you guys can see it for real. Like, if I have a lights on right now, I'm gonna shine it out and see if you guys can see it, but I doubt it anyway. Uh, okay. I'm actually, this is on the way, that's why. Um, it's just right there, above this angle right there. It's really dark. I know it's black dark and you guys can't really see the transmission hole, but that's where I took off the sensor. The speed sensor on the top of the transmission. It's actually on the back of the transmission really, but it's on the top of the back of the transmission, and it's just straight on. It's actually right next to the engine mount. Okay, the back, it's located back of the engine mount, right below this cable right here. Okay, the clutch cable. Okay, so right now the speed sensor is off, but the gear, the rubber gear that's on the speed sensor, um, so there's no need to show you guys uh, down there anymore, because you guys can't really see it, but I'm gonna let you see the speed sensor. Okay, so I took the speed sensor off right here. The gear is off already. There should be a plastic gear like around here, but I put my transmission in first gear because for somehow I did some research. They say you want to put it in gear when you take off the speed sensor. So, but before I have put it in neutral. Okay, I put it in neutral. Before that, before I did any research, I put my transmission in neutral, and then I take out the speed sensor. But now I've done some research, and I hear people saying you want to put it in gear before you take out the speed sensor. So I put it in gear. So the gear, the plastic gear that's actually on the speed sensor, it's already like stuck onto the transmission. So it's not coming off with the speed sensor. Okay, so right now I just got the sensor, I just got the speed sensor, but the plastic round gear right here is stuck onto the transmission. I repeat again. Okay, so I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not, so I need some comments, and I need some advice too, like some comments, see if my check is right, my work is right or not. Okay, if any of you guys out there know about how to check it and how to change your transmission output or speed sensor on the transmission, on a manual transmission, like my 98, it has a manual transmission, and it has, I don't know how many speed sensor it has. Supposedly it has output and an input, and I'm not sure if this is an output or input. I think it is an output. Last time I researched it, but I do need advice, and you gotta tell me if this is right or not. The gear is off, so I don't know if that's a big deal or not. And before that, I checked when I did the work back in the day, when I took it off and checked it, like after I rebuilt it, I took it off. I took the sensor off with the gear, and I didn't really pay attention to these two notch right here. There's actually a white grabbing notch like that. See that? Let me focus this in if I can. It's really hard for me to work with this camera, guys. I have a mountain camera and all that too. So right here, it's this notch right there. I don't know if it's broke or not, but it seems like it's broke. Okay, it looks like it broke to me. Okay, these two white little notch right there on both sides, one side over here and one side over there. It looks like it's breaking. It's broken off like a little piece. I guess it's because I put it in gear and I pull it off and the gear is still stuck on the transmission. The plastic gear that I say is supposed to be belong like in here too, but when you buy this speed sensor, they don't come along with that plastic gear. So I don't know if that's a big deal. That's, you know, that could be this white piece right here that was attached to the gear, and when I took it off it broke off, or it broke off a long time ago. I don't know, because I didn't really pay attention back in the day. So right now I pay attention to it because I searched online and I saw this speed sensor for sale on, at O'Reilly and AutoZone, and I saw this piece right here. It has a little hook too. I guess it's hooking to the gear or somewhere inside of the transmission. So this hook right here is broke off. It's a small little hook, you can't really see it. See that? It's broken off. Both sides broken off. So I believe those hooks, those little hook notch broken off, and it's inside of the transmission right now. It's gotta be inside the transmission if it's breaking off. So I don't know if that's a big deal, that's gonna mess up my gear or not, but it's plastic so it might not. But I still need to know, is is that got something to do with the gear that's holding onto a gear, or if that's a notch just to install it into the transmission. Okay, and at this point I just did some testing. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to test too, because from me searching and looking through online, seeing people did some testing with this speed sensor. How they do it is pretty simple. I got it set up and everything, and I tested already with my multimeter, and it seemed like it's working fine. And I'll show you the step-by-step how they do it. I'm just basically doing the same thing like the one guy did it on YouTube. He basically tests the 3Y sender, and I'm guessing sender means sensor is the same thing, right? A speed sender and a speed sensor is the same thing, right? He's testing the 3Y sender. Okay, so this is a 3Y also. This is not 2Y. This is a 3Y, okay, with a 3-pin. Okay, how do I know? Because common sense. I took it off with the 3-pin connection right there. So that's a 3-pin wire. So that's a 3-wire. A black, which is a negative, a yellow for a red, a yellow for power, but I got yellow instead of red. Okay, so that's power. And the yellow with the white stripe is signal. So you got to know which Y is which to do the testing too, okay? So I did a test with my own battery, with the battery out laying out like this, and it works the same way if I connect to my people's car's battery. And this battery in the car here is connecting to a car, and I even had to turn on the key too to test it. But anyway, even though if I turn on the key after I connect the connection and all that, before I test it, even though if I turn on the key, the ignition key or not, it's still gonna run. The test it still can test. My multimeter still runs. So it don't really matter if you turn on the key or not. Okay, you can still do the testing just by opening up the hood and connect into your the car's battery. Okay. Same way with any car battery that's laying out, you can still check the sensor like that. How you check it, I'm gonna show you how to do that right now with my experience. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and this video's gonna take a little bit, maybe 15 minutes. Okay guys, so bear with me here. Let me set this up, and I'm gonna show you how to do it real quick. So how I did it is and I'm gonna show you a little bit closer here before I put it down. So what I got is a multimeter with my positive and a negative. As you know, the positive is the red, and the negative is the black, right? The ground. Okay, so you gotta know that. Hook it up right with your multimeter and set it to DCV voltage, DC voltage. Okay, set it to 2000 or 200. You know, it don't really matter. I set it to 20 and it's just moving like point something. So I set it to like 2000 or 200 and it's moving like 20, 30, 40, 50, you know, just like that. and it's the same type of check, just like the one guy on YouTube. He did the check with his voltmeter. So the voltmeter works differently. It has smaller numbers, and so the checking, it's all the digital number is always running with his voltmeter, a little bit different than my multimeter. What I have here is a multimeter, and I'm checking the DC voltage on this speed sensor here, and it works the same way. The digital number is moving too, just like a better voltmeter, because he had a better voltmeter. All I have is just plain cheap, multimeter, and I'm planning to buy me a better voltmeter soon. But just not necessary for me to do this right now unless I go advanced with cars and stuff, into the engine, deep into checking sensor and all that. Then I'll give me a better multimeter. But for now, I can use this multimeter for basically everything so far. And how I checked it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna cut this part. I'm gonna show you guys to the next part. Okay, how I'm gonna connect and all that. How I check this speed sensor of my '98 Eclipse. Okay, so see you on my next video.